And the good news is I don't have any papers to grade from today, so
Do you see this? Hold on. Let's just acknowledge, let's appreciate my grade drawer is completely empty.
like if I take an extended blink right now, I'm gonna fall asleep. Good morning, YouTube. I had a wonderful weekend and I'm so happy about that because I felt like I really needed it. The end of last week was rough, but this weekend I was productive. Billy and I got to spend time together and it was perfect. So it snowed here on Friday night into Saturday. We were supposed to get like 3 to 5 inches. I think we maybe got 3 and it was a short 3. But then Billy and I kind of like stayed inside on Saturday. I filmed 2 videos. I got my vlog edited and then Billy and I went to an escape room, which we had done together as like a double date before, but him and I had never done one, just the 2 of us, and we rocked it. It was an Alice in Wonderland themed escape room and we were so close to breaking the fastest time. Like, oh, I'm so frustrated about it, but that's okay. We had so much fun. We obviously did escape and we went out to dinner and it was just a great night. And then yesterday we went to the gym, we went grocery shopping. I got another video edited that is going up today, all about my pocket full of presents. So hopefully you guys have seen that by now. I need to go get coffee. I do have my post observation today. So my principal emailed me Friday like evening and asked if I could meet today after school for my post conference. So I do need to type up my like reflection. Totally should have done that this weekend, but I forgot. So I need to do that today and I need to go get coffee.
Hello, good morning. What can I get for you?
Good morning. Can I get a medium iced coffee with the French vanilla swirl and cream, please?
Okay, anything else?
That'll be it.
Go ahead and pull forward.
Thank you. All right, you guys, here was my great idea over the weekend. So I was at TJ Maxx and they had these little hand sanitizers and they came in one of those little rubber like cases where you can hook it on like a keychain. So this is a hand sanitizer because that's not even why I bought it. I literally bought it just for the little rubber like holder piece, and I put my doorbell buzzer thing, whatever you want to call it, the button that I press to make the doorbell go off. I put it in this little rubber holder. It fits perfectly. And then that way I can attach it to my lanyard. So no matter where I am in my room, I will have it with me rather than trying to run back and forth to my desk. So I went ahead and laid out the papers that I will need today. This is always one of the very first things that I do. So I have math homework for block 1 and block 2. I have classwork that we're gonna do. This is a check for understanding, excuse that email, and a practice activity. And then I have the answer key for the practice activity. So now I am looking back at my observation lesson plan from last week and I am typing in the teacher reflection. So we have to explain how this lesson demonstrated rigor, which is content knowledge plus high expectations plus higher order thinking, relevance, which is background knowledge plus connection, and quality learning environment, which is relationships plus cultural proficiency plus engagement. All right, so I went ahead and reprinted out my lesson plan and I have the reflection right there. And then underneath I just have like the exit tickets that they completed that day. So I can take all of that with me to my post conference after school. So I have all kinds of treats and goodies this morning, which always makes Monday more bearable. First of all, one of the sweet girls from my block 2 brought in dry erase markers, and actually I'm going to show you in a second what I'm going to try because these things are going so quickly and I'm desperate. These dry erase markers will literally disappear within a week if I don't change what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. This was in my mailbox. This is from one of the 5th grade teachers. There is all of this candy and there's like lint truffles, which I love, and it says you can eat all of this today if you need to and I won't tell a soul. That just cracked me up. And then one of the sweet girls from my homeroom and my block 1 brought me in this whole box of all of these like homemade treats. They look so good and I can guarantee you this will be like half empty by lunch if we're being honest. So here's my plan for the dry erase markers, if you will. I moved up these number talk signs to the top of the board to free up some space down here, and I just took the little like man magnets, and I need to get some more of these. I really like them because they are pretty strong long, and I'm using them to hold a dry erase marker. So how this will work is if a student tells me they do not have a marker, I will tell them that they can come up here and they can take this marker, but once they take it off of the magnet, they have to write their name here. That way, at the end of class, I will look up, I will see if one or both of the markers are missing, and I will know which student took it so that I can get it back from them by the end of the day so that they do not all disappear. So I'm gonna try this and I will let you guys know how it goes. My students are now at art. I am enjoying some blueberries, and yeah, you better believe I've already eaten a cookie of some kind. I don't even know what it was, but it was delicious. And I am mapping out the notes that I'm gonna have my students take today on converting metric units of length. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to teach this lesson because this is a hard concept for students to understand, but I'm hoping that this will help break it down. So basically I put millimeter in the abbreviation mm, which is basically like a pencil point, centimeter cm, which is like your pinky width, meter, which is a bit more than 3 floor tiles, kilometer, which is more like driving distances. And then I kind of mapped it out here. I said that this is like the big end, this is the small end. When I move from kilometers to meters, it's times 1,000, or from meters to kilometers, it's divided by 1,000, meters to centimeters times 100, or centimeters to meters divided by 100, and so on. And then I put down here 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter, and 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. And then I put here, if you're going from the bigger unit to the smaller unit, you multiply, smaller unit to bigger unit, you divide. So fingers crossed this helps my students get it. It is now lunchtime. The morning has gone pretty well. I think my block 1 group did as well as I expected them to do with the metric conversions, because it is a difficult thing for them, and I think it will just take practice. But I made sure that they had good notes in their math journal, and we did some practice together, and I'll just keep my fingers crossed that tomorrow goes a little bit smoother. And then in science, we were talking about the locations of volcanoes, and when they come back from recess, we're gonna start talking about the locations of earthquakes. But I wanted to show you guys my lunch. You guys know before I was always packing like tuna packets. That was every single day. I loved my tuna packets, and I got kind of sick of them, so I've revamped my lunches a little bit. So I'll show you guys what I packed. So I like to keep my lunches pretty simple because I like what I like, and I have no problem taking the same lunch like every single day. So this is rotisserie chicken because I'm too lazy to cook my own chicken, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of chicken except for rotisserie chicken. I do really like the flavor. So Billy and I each got our own rotisserie chicken from the grocery store, and then I had him go through and pick it. So I like the white meat, he likes the dark meat. So I took some white meat, and I literally just have this little container and I heated it up, but I wanted to have a source of protein. And then kind of for my snacks, I have some baby carrots. These are some gluten-free pretzels. I don't eat gluten-free, but for some reason with pretzels, I actually prefer the gluten-free ones, just the taste of them. And then I have a vanilla blueberry kind bar. It is now after school. It's 4 o'clock. I need to go up and have my post-conference, so I will catch back up with you guys after that. Fingers crossed. I feel really nervous. I don't know why, because at this point there's nothing else I can do, but I feel nervous. I'm just hoping that it went well, but I will catch up with you guys in a little bit and let you know how it went. If nothing else, I would just like to point out that it is the end of the day and I still have the same 2 dry erase markers. My kids did a really good job. Like, they would take down the marker, write their name, and actually all of them remembered to put it back before the end of class. Like, when we were done using dry erase boards, they would come up and put back their marker, so I didn't have to track anyone down. So I definitely think I'm gonna keep doing this because it worked really, really well. So if you are having issues with dry erase markers in your classroom, I highly suggest you try this out. It is now 4:30. Hold on, there's stuff on my lens. Okay, that's better. It is now 4:30. I just finished up my post-conference, and as you can tell by my smiles, I'm in a really good mood because she had so many great things to say, and like, it just felt really good to hear that. And I felt like she was trying to help me grow. Like, it was all positives. There were a couple small things, just like a couple moments where all kids weren't necessarily focused, but like, that's to be expected, at least in my opinion. Like, it's something obviously that you always have to be on top of. And so like, there were a couple kids that maybe I missed and they weren't focused, but regardless, she just told me what an awesome job I did, and I felt good. And I felt like she was trying to help me grow as opposed to like trying to catch me doing like wrong things. And that's kind of how I used to feel with my old observations. I always felt like admin was trying to like catch me, and I felt like it wasn't focused on helping me grow as an educator. I felt like it was focused on like, well, what is she doing wrong? So it felt really good just to be told all the things that I'm doing right, and then just be given like little suggestions of ways to improve. Like, it was fantastic. I'm in a wonderful mood now. So I've got about a half an hour until I need to leave here to meet Billy at the gym. We are going to try to make it to the gym every day this week, with the exception of, I think Friday is going to be like our off day, but we will see. I'm going to eat my kind bar that I did not get a chance to eat during lunch. This will be like my pre-workout snack. And the good news is I don't have any papers to grade from today, so I'm still on top of my grading, which is awesome. I think I'm gonna sit here and just start lesson planning for tomorrow because I do want to get all of my lesson plans done tonight for the rest of the week.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.
It is now 5 o'clock and I'm going to head out of here. I did get the next 2 science lessons all done in my Google Slides, which is awesome. So I'm done planning science for the week and I just have to focus on math planning tonight, so I can do it. I totally think I can do it. And then I'll have a nice relaxing rest of my week. Billy and I have 1 episode left of Stranger Things, so that will be my motivation for getting lesson planning done tonight. But for now, I need to go get my workout on.
Luna.
Dogs and hats for 4.
A county of northern England lends its name to this breed. Ben.
What is it, Yorkshire Terrier?
That's right.
Dogs and hats for 6.
Has the game started?
Like the Lhasa Apso, this lion dog with a 2-word name is originally from Tibet.
Shih Tzu.
Lakidra.
What is the Shih Tzu?
Yeah, I just got my first look at that. Go again.
Dogs and hats for 8.
The working dog seen here was first
Corgi,
known
Welsh
to
Corgi.
herd cattle in this UK country.
Wales.
Wales.
What is Wales?
Wales, that's a Welsh Corgi.
Dogs for 1,000.
With a nose second only to the bloodhounds in keenness,
Basset.
this breed was developed as a hunter, I reckon. Lakidra.
What's a Basset Hound?
Basset, yes.
Kids books 400.
The 2016 edition of Disney Bedtime Favorites includes a story
Thumper!
starring this long-eared friend of Bambi. Lakidra?
Who's Thumper?
Thumper, yes.
Chestnuts roasting.
Good morning, YouTube. I am proud of myself. I did get all of my lesson plans done for the week, but I will be honest with you guys. One of the reasons I enjoyed planning just like day to day is because I was able to make my plans much more like detailed. And I feel like when I plan in bulk, I'm gonna call that planning in bulk, doing 4 days of planning in one night, not that that's a lot. I don't plan it as detailed. Like I just do the basics and then I feel like I still have to relook at the plans every night and figure out like what I wanna add, what I wanna change, and exactly how I do things. But that's okay, at least my Google Slides are done through Friday, so I feel good about that. I do have team planning this morning, and then I guess during my planning time, I'll just kind of look over my plans for the day, make sure everything is where it needs to be. But in order to do all of that, I need coffee.
Good morning, how I help you?
Good morning, can I get a large iced peppermint mocha latte, please?
Okay. That'll be all?
That'll be it.
423.
Thank you.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Signs that you got ready pretty much entirely in the dark this morning. Your vest is just completely inside out. Send me help today. And just for the record, I have every intention of eating this entire piece of lemon loaf that one of my students brought me yesterday. I seriously have the best students ever. I feel like I could just brag about them all day long. I had another super sweet girl bring in more dry erase markers, so I'm going to personally keep these and then I will just put them up on the board as we need more markers or as those ones on the board dry out or whatever. That way I can just keep track of them and I don't have to worry about them going super quick. So I've laid out my stuff for science today. We are going to talk about where earthquakes occur, and then we are going to finish this like little organizer that we've done to show mountains, volcanoes, and earthquakes on the map and like the observations, everything, because I need science grades and interims are due on Thursday. So right now, I just went through and I made math notes in my journal and I went ahead and copied it, and I'm just going to give this to my kids to like glue in their journal because it takes them forever and a day to write notes, and I do think they learn it better when they write it themselves. But I just just don't have time for that. So I'm going to have them glue in the notes, and then this is the practice page that they're going to be working on. And my students who work with Bud, my TA, they're going to be doing like a modified version of it. So I'm going ahead and making like an answer key for that so I can give it to her to use with them. It is almost the end of my planning time. I have about 10 minutes left. Do you guys ever have like burning eyes because you're just so tired? Like, I don't even know why I'm this tired. I think I went to sleep at like midnight last night, which is pretty good for me, but I'm just sitting here like struggling to keep my eyes open and they're like burning, and I feel like I just want to go to sleep right now. It's only Tuesday. Oh my goodness, you guys. It is lunchtime and I'm still just so tired. Like, I don't know what it is, and it's a different kind of tired. I feel like there's mentally tired, physically tired, and whatever this is, like, I guess it's physically tired, but like my body feels fine, but my eyes, seriously, like I am just struggling to keep them open, and I feel like if I close them, like if I take an extended blink right now, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna try to stay awake for my lunchtime, and then I'm sure when I go outside for recess when it's super cold out, that will wake me up. But I'm gonna get to bed early tonight. Like, hopefully I'm still tired later on and I can actually sleep early, but I don't know what it is, but I'm just wiped right now. Earlier this week, I showed you the little hand sanitizer holder that I am now using with my doorbell. I love it, but I also wanted to show you, so these doorbells have tons of different like tones or like little chimes that you can use, and I've been using one like since I got it, and one of my students are like, oh, why don't you change it to a Christmas one? I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. So I did go ahead and change it to a Christmas one. It's a little bit like longer of a tune, but that's okay. Here, let me play it for you guys. So it plays We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and my students always sing along to it. It is kind of long, which kind of stinks sometimes when I want to quickly get their attention, but still my students enjoy singing along to it, and it's still working to get their attention. It is now after school, and I'm about to have a grading party because we had science papers that we finally finished today. It got completed over the course of several lessons, and I need science grades, so I'm gonna sit and grade them, get them put in the grade book before I leave today. Good news is I finally found a way to make my dismissal room somewhat quiet. I have a ton of kids in my dismissal room, anywhere between like 40 and 50 kids, so it is very, very difficult to keep them like at a manageable volume. So what I found out today, and it was just kind of an accident that I ended up doing this, I played hangman with them, and the only way they could guess a letter is if they were seated and quiet, and lo and behold, it was almost silent in my room because they all wanted to guess the letter. So there's that. Welcome to 4th grade. So I got this stack graded. This is all of my block 2 and probably a third to a half of my block 1, and these are all of the rest of the papers that I did not get graded. You will notice they are not in my bag because I am not taking them home with me. I will work on them tomorrow. Thankfully, I get to stay in tomorrow for recess, so I can work on them then, and my students have Chromebooks, so I will get it done, but I just don't feel like taking it home with me tonight. It is 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna get out of here because I need to go to the gym so I can work out and run and lift and all that good stuff, but I'm still really tired, you guys. I know that's like all I've talked about all day, but seriously, like my eyes, I just don't, like I was sitting there grading at one point, I literally like put my head down while I was grading and I was like closing my eyes. I don't know what my issue is, but I'm gonna go home and try to like get what I need to get done. Not that I have a whole lot, because like I said, I'm not bringing home grading. I just need to look over my plans for tomorrow, and I do need to get some data and things ready for a CDM meeting in the morning, but then I'm going to go to bed early because I do not want to feel like this the rest of the week. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow morning, and hopefully I'm not as tired. Totally just got in the car and realized I still have my microphone around my neck. Yeah, I'm not taking it back inside. If it dies tomorrow, it dies. Good morning, YouTube. It is so flipping cold outside right now. It is not even funny. It's 20 degrees and the feels like temperature is 7 degrees. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna be inside for recess because we can't go outside if it's below freezing, if it's below 32. And I looked and it's gonna be like a high of 30 today. So that stinks because it was supposed to be my day to stay in for recess. So I'm gonna miss that because my kids are gonna be inside. That's okay. I will get over it. Last night, I had this like phrase that I just kept thinking about, so I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about it. This is a phrase that I used to say to myself all the time when it came to training, like when I was running cross country and track in high school, and then when I was training for marathons when I was in college and like at the beginning of my teaching career. And that phrase is, act activity leads to more activity and inactivity leads to more inactivity. Now, in terms of training, that basically means like if you get into a habit of going to the gym and like you're finding different ways to be active, going for walks and going and playing sports and stuff, you're going to want to do more of that. Meanwhile, if you sit on the couch all day, like you're not going to want to get up, you're not going to want to do anything. But I thought of that, I'm like, that applies a lot to teaching, but it's more so like productivity leads to more productivity and unproductivity leads to more unproductivity. And I definitely feel like that's true, at least for me. I know if I come home and like I sit on the couch, I'm gonna be there all night. Like I'm not gonna get stuff done. But if I come home and like I have a to-do list and I immediately start working on it, I am so much more productive and I get a lot more done. And I definitely want to just keep that in the back of my head and make sure that I'm being as productive as possible. I do think we all deserve those like lazy days, but sometimes we get into a habit, especially this time of year when it's cold and we're tired and we're exhausted and we're counting down the days until winter break. We need to focus on what's going to make us happier in the long run. And at least for me, what makes me happiest is when I am productive and I feel like I'm being the best person I can be. So I'm gonna try to make that my focus for the rest of the week, just making sure that I'm being as productive as possible so that that productivity leads to more productivity and I'm just getting everything done that needs to get done. That way, hopefully over winter break, I can have a nice relaxing break. I'm gonna go get some hot coffee because my hands are like literally numb right now, and then I'll catch up with you guys at school. It's gonna be a little bit of a busy day. We have a CDM meeting this morning, collaborative decision making. I'm gonna meet with my Right Start advisor during my planning time to work on SLOs, so I'll catch up with you guys probably at lunch.
Hello, good morning, can I help you?
Good morning, can I get a medium hot peppermint mocha latte, please?
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Hold on, WC17.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
So I got my evaluation for my observation in my mailbox this morning, so I just had to like sign it and then give it back to the office for them to file it, and then I made a copy for myself. You guys, I'm so just happy right now, like over the moon. So this is highly effective, which is basically the highest you can get scored, and I think there's like 34 different categories. It's split up by planning for learning, teaching for learning, and then assessing for learning, and I got highly effective in every single category, and like I've never ever had that happen before. So I'm just super excited, and I feel like, you know, all the hard work I put into this lesson paid off, and I feel so good right now. Like I want to take this home and frame it. Like that wouldn't be weird at all, right? It is now lunchtime, kind of a good news, bad news situation. Bad news is we are staying inside for recess, and it was my day to stay in. So now I'm gonna have indoor recess rather than getting to be in here by myself while my team teachers had the students outside. But you know what? It's okay. The feels like temperature right now is like 15 degrees, which is ridiculous. So when it's below freezing, we can't go outside for recess. So we're gonna be inside, but it's okay. Like I'm gonna try to just keep them as occupied as possible and keep them quiet, and then maybe I can get some stuff done during indoor recess. But the good news is I have Chromebooks today, which I completely forgot about. So I basically have them for like 45 minutes of block 1 and then 45 minutes of block 2. So I actually get to have my students on the Chromebooks, which means I get to get stuff done. So I was able to get the rest of those science papers that I didn't get graded yesterday. Those are now graded. I think I'm gonna try to put them in the grade book during my lunchtime now. And then this afternoon, I'll be able to get some more things graded. So that at least is good. The day so far is going really, really well. I have been playing Christmas music, like I'm officially ready for Christmas, and I've been playing music for them. So let me show you guys really quickly what I play for my classroom when I play music. So first of all, I use Spotify. We pay for premium Spotify. Actually, Billy pays for it, and then we just share it. I love Spotify. If you're a big person like into music and you listen to music a lot, it's definitely worth the investment. So one of my favorite things to do is just make playlists. And sorry, I'm gonna get a million notifications because I have a giveaway going on Instagram. But anyway, this is a like Christmas playlist that I made for my classroom. So most of these are actually from Kids Bop, like Christmas. You'll notice they're all from there. So I just add them to here, and I download them because I cannot get on Wi-Fi on my phone at school. So I download them like at my house. That way they're saved onto my phone. I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi. And then I just added a couple of other songs. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas because that is my all-time favorite Christmas song, and I always play it for my students, and I think it's hilarious, and I dance to it, but I have the time of my life. And then Dominic the Donkey and the Chipmunk song, I always add those as well. And then You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, just because to me those are like classics. So I added those, but this is like like my Christmas playlist that I'm playing for my students. And like I said, those mostly came from this Kids Bop Christmas album and then this Kids Christmas Party music. And then in my playlist, you'll notice I do have a lot of like classical music. So I have like a Beethoven. These are just a bunch of like Beethoven sonatas, I guess that's what they're called, that I've saved to this playlist. And then I guess here's some more. So I have a couple of those. I also really like Vitamin String Quartet. So they actually play like covers of popular songs, but it's all string. So it's all like, here, let me play one real quick. This is Send My Love, and it's all just like string music. And I love this if my students are working on something I really want them to focus on, because it's not as distracting. So I have a couple of those that I've like saved. I also have just straight like Kids Bop that I'll play for them. And then what is this? This is Classroom. Okay, these are also like strings. Like this is like Despacito, and it's all strings. My students actually love the strings music. Like it's one of their favorite things. They will always ask me to listen to it. So just a couple of ideas for you. I personally am a huge supporter of listening to music in the classroom. When I'm at home and I'm doing work, I love to listen to music. So I know a lot of my students work like that too, and I just think it makes my classroom a much more enjoyable place. So this was given to me at the end of the day by one of my sweet homeroom students. It says, "Keep calm and Merry Christmas." And it's a sloth wearing a Santa hat giving a peace sign. Like, how perfect is that? So during the Chromebook time for my block 2, I did get some of these papers graded. I probably have like, I don't know, 7 more. This was something we did in my block 1, but I'm not going to have these go on the first interim. I'm not going to put them in until after that, so I'm not worried about finishing these tonight. It is after school. It is about 4:10. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. Obviously having Chromebooks just made it that much easier today, but I'm just enjoying like playing Christmas music, and my kids are a little bit crazy, but like it's the week before Christmas. Well, no, it's not. It's the week before Christmas break. That's okay. Like I kind of expected, and I'm just trying to like enjoy it as much as I can. And overall my kids are still working really hard, and that's all I can ask for. But one really nice thing, when I was coming in from dismissal, I ran into one of my students' parents, and she actually subs in the building pretty often. So I was just kind of talking with her, and she was just telling me how much like all of the 4th grade parents have agreed, like how much they love the 4th grade teachers and how cohesive we are and how well we work together. And that's really nice to hear. So if you are a parent, if you're not even a teacher and you're just a parent and you watch my videos, do not underestimate how much something like that can really like make the teacher feel good. It honestly, like that's what keeps me going. And I almost forgot to show you, I did get an early Christmas present this morning. So these are pretzel crisps, and these are the peanut butter crunch. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for these. And then there was a sweet card with a Starbucks gift card. So that was perfect timing. That will help me get through the next 2 weeks. You guys should know by now that I have a really bad habit of saying I'm gonna do one thing and then turning around 2 seconds later and doing the complete opposite. So instead of working on the comments for my interims, which are due tomorrow morning, so I do have to get those done tonight, I could have done that right now, but for some reason I just did not feel like it. So instead I went ahead and finished grading those math papers that I had on my desk. So all of my grading is done. I'm not gonna actually put those into the grade book until tomorrow after interims are done, but I will have to do the comments tonight. It's not a huge deal. It's not gonna take too long. I'm gonna get out of here. It's about 5 o'clock right now, so I need to drive over to the gym, get my workout done, go home, eat dinner, shower, and then I can get interim comments done. Good news about these lights, it's really hard to leave my classroom without turning them off, because as soon as I turn off the lights, I realize that they're still on.
That's not roasting. Like frosty nipples at your nose. So
Good morning, YouTube. So I got my comments done for interims last night, and do you ever like dread doing something, whether it's grading or lesson planning or report cards or whatever, and then you actually sit down and do it and you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad? Because that's definitely what I experienced last night. I do still have to print them off this morning, but we have to wait until like right before 9 o'clock to make sure that everyone's grades are in, like all of our cultural arts teachers, all of the block teachers, all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna print them out like right before my kids come, but I'm happy at least that they're done. I do have a 5:04 meeting this morning, but I don't know, only one of us has to go, either me or my team teacher, so we haven't really decided who's gonna go. So I may not be going, but I may be going, and if I'm going, I need to go write notes. So I'm gonna hurry up, go get my coffee, and then I will catch up with you guys at school.
Good morning, how may I help
Good morning. Can I get a medium iced coffee with the peppermint mocha and cream, please? That'll be it. Thank you.
many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.
I am at school now, so my team teacher is actually attending the 504 meeting. So I've been sitting here and I'm on my computer and I'm typing up the plans for my TA because I always give her a copy of my plans. Probably should have done that last night, but hashtag real life, that didn't happen. So I'm doing it now. And I was sitting here and I actually had an announcement come on that they needed me in the office, which even as the teacher, when you're told you need to go to the office, like you just have that really bad feeling, but they just wanted me to attend the meeting for a couple of minutes to kind of give my input. So I'm back in my room now. It is about 8:25, so I'm gonna finish like typing these up and I need to print off my interims and then I'll be good to go. This was super sweet. PTA came around this morning and gave us all hot chocolate and cookie carts, and you better believe I'm gonna eat these for breakfast this morning. So I had another one of my super sweet girls bring me in this pack of dry erase markers this morning, and look, they're like the really pretty colors. And I was also given another early Christmas gift. So it's some kind of like, hold on, there's like pictures in there, but it's some kind of baked good. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and open that up and see what it is. So it looks like these are cookies that one of my students made. So I'm going to try to extract it from the aluminum foil and then I'll enjoy these with my lunch. Okay, so I just opened it up all the way and look at this little like gingerbread man. I think it's a sugar cookie, but I'm gonna call it a gingerbread man anyway. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It is now lunchtime. I just heated up my chicken, so I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my lunch. And then good news is it is my day to stay inside for recess because on Thursdays we like alternate. So I will get to stay in every fourth Thursday, and it just so happens that I get to stay in today. So I'm going to enjoy that time. I've got some like exit tickets from social studies today that I'm going to work on grading and hopefully get put into the grade book before my students come back in. So my students are supposed to come in at 1:05 from recess, but obviously my team teachers are keeping them out a little bit longer today. Totally not complaining, but it's like 1:11. I'm just sitting here like quietly in the corner like, when are they gonna start coming in? I am enjoying this downtime though. So one of my girls in my homeroom in block 2 left early, and as she was leaving she came into my room to say goodbye to me, and she gave me this card. It's so stinking cute. It says Merry Christmas, and then it says you know the drill, and yeah, that's my camera. And then on the inside, like, this just says how much she loves having me as a teacher. So sweet. And then look, you guys, it says Pocketful of Christmas, and that is my logo, like the books, with a Santa hat. It is so adorable. Sorry, I started filming, I got distracted. My tongue is pink because I was just eating a lollipop. It is now 5 o'clock and I'm actually going to get out of here. I did not vlog, sorry, there's hair in my mouth. I did not vlog right after school because I actually got caught up like talking to some of my team teachers, and before I knew it, it was 5 o'clock. So I didn't really get anything done after school, but that's okay. I don't have a ton to do. Everything is graded. I actually have like 2 assignments right now that I'm gonna hold on to until like tomorrow, I guess, to put them in the computer like after interims have gone home. And the only other thing that I need to get done tonight are my lesson plans for tomorrow, because I was looking at the curriculum lesson and I'm like, there is no way. Right now we are working on units of measurement. So we did metric units, meters, grams, and liters, and like kilometers and centimeters and milliliters and all that good stuff, and converting those. And now we're starting customary units, which we use here in the US. So inches, feet, yards, quarts, pints, cups, pounds, ounces, all that good stuff. So today we did just length, so inches, feet, and yards. And then all of a sudden tomorrow it wants us to throw at them like capacity and mass. So pounds and ounces for mass, and then capacity, quarts, cups, gallons, all that good stuff. There is no way, like, these poor kids, it's just way too much to throw at them in one day. So I'm gonna kind of break it up, and I think tomorrow I'm just gonna focus on like pounds and ounces and converting those, and maybe do some practice with both length and mass. But I don't know, y'all, it's just, whew, I feel like we're moving 100 miles per hour in math, and like my poor kids can't keep up, and it's like, but I don't know what else to do because like we're already running out of time before the next assessment, and it's just frustrating. So I'm gonna go home and just figure out like what can I do to help these kiddos. So it'll take a little bit longer to like lesson plan tonight, but that's all I have to get done. So I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go to the gym, eat dinner, shower, lesson plan, and then hopefully get to bed at a decent time. So I'm at home and I'm working on my lesson plan for tomorrow, and I wanted to show you guys this YouTube channel that I came across. I've actually already used like 2 or 3 of their videos this year, but I finally like went through all of the videos that they have, and there's just so many great things here. So I wanted to show you guys. The channel is called NUMBEROCK. If you just search in NUMBEROCK, it will come up on YouTube. What's amazing about this is it is free. It reminds me a lot of Vocabulary, because Vocabulary has content related videos, not just ones for vocabulary, but they have videos for math and science and all that good stuff. But this is free, whereas vocabulary is a paid subscription. And what's great about this is there's videos ranging from like first grade, maybe even kindergarten, I don't know, all the way up to like really in-depth concepts that would be more like 5th grade to 6th grade. So I just went through and I already pulled out a couple of videos that I'm gonna use like later this week and next week. I will link this YouTube channel for you guys in the description. As you can tell, I have subscribed. I'm definitely going to be using this because it keeps my students engaged. So I found, yeah, sorry, that's the ad, but this is a video on inches, feet, and yards. And then I also found, this is like a capacity one. I think this is with like gallons and pints and cups and all that good stuff. And then, hold on, here was another one. Yeah, there we go. This one is all like pounds and ounces. So I'll just show you. First of all, they have a really cool intro. Like, I love that. But they just have awesome videos and like,
put 16 ounces on a scale. It'll weigh 1 pound without fail.
Yeah, so it reminds me a lot of vocabulary. They're just great videos that will keep your students engaged, and a lot of times my students, like, I'll catch them singing the songs like in the hallway or at recess. Like, it definitely gets stuck in their head and it helps them to remember it. And just to show you guys, here is how I actually save videos that I want to show to my class. I know I've gone over this before on my channel, but I've had a lot of you like ask me recently, you couldn't remember what the website is. So first of all, I use this website. It's called Symbaloo. I will link this for you in the description box as well. This is a great way to bookmark things. So I have like my school bookmarks. These are just a bunch of websites that I use all the time in school. And then I have a separate tab for videos. And these are links to videos that I use. Like, you'll actually see this one is a NUMBEROCK video and this one for the metric system is a NUMBEROCK video. But the website that I use to save videos is right over here. It's called SAFESHARE. So SAFESHARE, you can just make a free account and then you're able to put the link to a YouTube video in there and it will take out all of the ads. So you don't have to worry about any ads coming up when you show the video in class and have it be inappropriate. Now, if YouTube is blocked at school, I don't know if this will work for you. Personally, we do not have any blocks for YouTube, but I still don't want to go directly to YouTube to show a video because if there's something inappropriate, I'm always worried about that coming up. So I use SAFESHARE to save the videos and I just put in the link and then I will bookmark that page of the new video that it gives me that is ad-free, and I will actually bookmark it right here. So I'll just add the link right over here, like create a tile. I'll put the link and the thumbnail for the video will actually pop up and you can just use that as the picture, and then it makes it really easy for me to find the links that I need. Good morning, YouTube. It is finally Friday and it is the second to last Friday before break because we still have school all of next week, but that's okay. We're getting closer. I love how I'm strategically waking up later and later throughout the week. Like, I think Monday, I actually woke up at a decent time, and then by like Wednesday, I was waking up at 7 o'clock, and then the past 2 days I've woken up at 7:05. And I'm a little bit proud. Like, if I could wake up at 7:05 and leave at 7:30, like, I think that's impressive. It is very cold out again today. It's currently like in the 20s, so I'm gonna grab a hot coffee, get to school. I do have my new teacher committee meeting this morning, and I think we're just like going over our observations and setting like goals for the future or something. I don't know, but I will catch up with you guys during my planning time.
Good morning, how may I help you?
Good morning. Can I get a large hot peppermint mocha latte, please?
Okay, that'll be all?
That'll be it.
370.
Thank you. So I just got to school and checked my email, and actually our new teacher committee is canceled for this morning because my Right Start advisor who runs it is homesick with her son. So I'm going to instead make some copies and try to get math homework done for next week. And I did want to show you my shirt. So you guys can probably already guess this is from the Blue Envelope. I talk about them all the time. I truly just love their company and I love their products. So this is like their Christmas shirt and it says ho ho ho. So cute. This has both like a green option and a red option. This is the red option, but it's not like fire engine red. It's more of like a I don't know, a less bright red, but I really, really like it. So I will link this for you guys in the description box. I know their shirts do tend to sell out from time to time, so if it's not available, I'm sorry, but you guys can always check back later. So I have been writing like notes in my math journal pretty much all year, and originally I was having my students copy it into their journals, but it was taking them forever and a day to write it in there. So lately I've started just making a copy of it and then giving it to my students to glue into their journal. And honestly, it's for my students to check back and like reference as they work on things, but it's also for the parents. That way the parents can see it as well. But I thought about it, I was like, there's gotta be a more efficient way to do this. So last night I decided to make the notes on the computer and then just print it out. And again, I'll have my students glue it in. So I think I really like this. So this is for converting customary units for units of weight, so ounces and pounds. Also tons, but we're not really going to work on tons, so I didn't want to like confuse them with that. So I just did pounds and ounces. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. I drew like the little conversion there with the multiplication and division, and then a double number line for them to reference. So I'm gonna go make copies of this and cut them apart and have them ready for my students today to glue in their journals, since my TA is actually not coming in until after lunch today. But I was thinking of making this for like, I don't know, maybe throughout the entire year, like making it for all of the standards and then putting it in my TPT store. If this is something you guys would be interested in, let me know. I've seen a lot of like interactive notebooks where, you know, there's flaps and all that, and honestly, like I just want something simple that I can glue down into their journals. I don't even want them to write it in there because half the kids don't write it correctly anyway, or they don't draw their number line correctly and then it messes them up. So this way they have something like concrete that they can just glue in their journal and they know that all the information is correct.
Times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
I officially have math homework for next week done, and the nice thing is because my team teacher and I switch off, I will not have to do math homework again until the like second week of January. So hallelujah, it is done. I'm proud of myself, and it's good because I'm actually wanting to leave like right on time today. I need to go check my PO box and all that good stuff, and I was dreading having to do this after school because I knew it was going to take a while, but actually I got it done in about a half an hour. Oh my goodness, you guys, I think my entire life is made right now. One of my really sweet girls brought me these gel clings, and it has a sloth in a Santa hat and it says "Wake me up on Christmas." How stinking cute is this? I'm gonna go hang it up on my door right now because I'm that excited. So I've been meaning to tell you guys about this and I've just completely forgotten every single day. So first of all, for my other like elementary school teachers, are these like squishy things where you like squeeze it and then it like comes back to its shape? Are those a huge trend in your school? Because they are like all over the place, at least in 4th grade, and we've already had to like ban them because our students were very distracted by them and it was just causing problems. But one of my students has this sloth squishy, and so every single morning he brings it to me, and then I take it and I put it like somewhere around my room, usually like on top of my smartboard, and he just kind of hangs out for the day, and then at the end of the day the boy comes back and picks him up. So his name is Simon, and he has a band-aid currently because there's like a big tear in his neck, so I put a band-aid on him, and this has been my friend for the past couple of weeks. So I just spent like 10-15 minutes of my planning time entering those grades. I had graded things yesterday, but I didn't put them in the grade book yet. I was gonna wait until like after school today, but I said, you know what, no, I'm gonna do it now. Do you see this? Hold on, let's just acknowledge, let's appreciate my grade drawer is completely empty. And sometimes I like to hide papers in this little like plastic scrapbooking container inside of my teaching bag, and I like to convince myself that I don't have papers to grade because my grade drawer is empty. But look, this is actually empty as well, so I officially have 0 papers to grade. And if you're wondering where to get this, I originally got mine on clearance at Target like a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago. I have not seen them there since, but good news is you can get them on Amazon. They're kind of pricey. The only reason I bought them is because I got them on clearance, but I'll go ahead and link them for you down below if you're interested. I just think this is a really good size for like holding papers to grade in my teacher bag, because I was putting them in there and they were always getting like crinkled and they were falling down to the bottom and they were getting all messy. So this is just a nice like plastic container to hold them all. So I've had some very unexpected events take place since the last time that I vlogged, and as you can tell, I'm ecstatic about it. Basically, I was in the middle of block 1. Actually, it was the beginning beginning of block 1, we were going over math homework, and one of my students said the other teachers need you out in the hall. So I'm thinking like something horrible has happened. I'm like, why? Like that never ever happens. So I go out in the hall. We had gotten an email, which goodness knows when I am teaching, I do not check my email. Like ain't nobody got time for that. But someone had checked it and realized that we were dismissing 2 hours early. So I knew this morning that like it was supposed to snow today, but it was very low chance. It was like 25% chance. So I was like, there's no way that's going to affect the school day. Well, I don't know if the chance increased or what, but they decided to call a 2-hour early dismissal. And actually it's a good thing because just now it's 2 o'clock. I went out with my kids for dismissal and it's already snowing and the ground is already getting slick, which if you live in an area that gets snow very often, like getting an inch or 2 of snow is probably not a big deal to you. However, here, because we don't get like a ton of snow very often, we are not very equipped for snow and like people aren't used to driving in it. Usually like if we get a little bit of snow, we will either be off school or early dismissal or something. So we had to very quickly just like change our plans for the day. So we had block 1, went to lunch, and then we came back in homerooms. We did not have block 2 whatsoever. During homerooms, I read my class. It's like Santa Claus is Coming to Maryland, and I think they have it for like all the different states. I read them that book, and then I was telling them some like Christmas and winter like jokes, and then we had dismissal, and now my kids are gone and it's 2 o'clock. So this was definitely like a wonderful Friday. Like I'm in an excellent mood. I was already planning on leaving like right on time, and now I get to leave early. So I'm not gonna hang around here. I'm gonna quickly like clean off my desk and leave so that I can get to the post office before the roads get bad. So I guess I will go ahead and just end my vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I do have a like bonus video coming next weekend, so make sure you guys check back for that. Also make sure you check out my Secret Santa video. I will open up my Secret Santa gift from another teacher YouTuber, and then you can check out the other people's videos as well and find out who I had for my Secret Santa. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to me so you don't miss any future videos. Hit the little bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video. Also make sure you are following me on Instagram because I'm currently doing my 12 days of giveaways that I'm calling Pocketful of Presents, and every single day you can go on and enter in a different giveaway for your chance to win. As always, thank you for watching. I love you all so much. Don't forget to think positive, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video and for supporting my YouTube channel. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. If you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right up here. In the description box, you'll find links for my Teachers Pay Teachers store along with my PO address if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.